Hi, Craft Patty here. This is one of my macrame wall hanging tutorials I did in the past, and it's narrow and long, done in 3 colors. Sometimes you have a wall space where you need to fill up a wall that's a bit wider and shorter in length. I've had a request to do a video, and it's for someone special, and her special colors are mauve, white, and gray. So follow along and we'll show you how I'm going to do this. Once you've got your strands cut, find the 2 ends. Work your ends up till you find the end of the loop. Once you've got the end of the loop, you bring it over your dowel, open up the loop, bring the 2 strands through, and you've now made a Larks Head knot, and that's how we will be attaching all our strands to the dowel. I want this wall hanging to be a little bit more lacy looking, and this is why I've left a gap and I haven't butted up the cord right together. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to do 2 square knots on each grouping of 4 cords. This helps to just secure the placement to keep that sitting where we want it. So our first knot will be a square knot. We're going to take the left cord over the 2 middle cords, bring the right over behind and through. That's the first part of the square knot, and we're going to just loosely tie that first portion again. Now we're going to go right over the 2 middles, left over behind, through, and pull through. And that's your first square knot. Repeat this pattern on every grouping of 2 all the way across. Now we're going to do a row of alternating square knots, also doing 2 square knots each on each section. Find your 2 groupings of gray in the middle of your macrame work. Take your 4 cords, that's 2 from this section and 2 from this section, and we're going to make 2 more square knots. When you make your square knot, don't pull up all the way to the top. You want to leave the same distance you left here because we want to continue to keep this openness. Again, 2 from this side, 2 from the next section, another 2 square knots. And continue that all the way to the left and all the way to the right. And when you finish your last square knot on your left side and your right side, you will have 2 strands that you will not be working for this row. And we're going to do 1 more row of alternating so we get the completed diamond. And we're going to work across again with 2 more square knots and making sure that your cords are the same length here as they are here. You don't want them pulled tight again because we want that nice little diamond shaping. And again, work across the whole row, repeating this pattern. So We've got our diamonds completed with our 2 square knots on the bottom. Now I'm going to break it into different sections. We've got a section of 6 here, 6 groupings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a section of 4 and 4 and 4 and 4. So on this section I'm going to do a little bit of a scoop using double half hitches. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to take my far left cord, I'm just going to bring it up, I'm just going to secure it by just tucking it up over the doweling, just to hold it in place. So the second cord is behind this cord. We're going to go on front of this cord now. You can hold it with your thumb, and then you're going to bring it through the hole. And then what you're doing is you're just letting it slide up to make a circle around our base cord. We're going to do that again. We're going to go on top, and then we're going to pull that cord through the hole. And that has completed 1 double half hitch. Because we've got a fairly loose pattern here, I'm going to do that one more time with the same working cord. So I'm going to go over and pull it through. That's the first part. And I'm going to do it one more time, over and through. Now we have 2 with that same strand. Now we're going to take the next strand, over and through the hole. And what we're trying to do is we're going to have a little bit of a scoop. So we're letting that come down and guide us to where we want that to go. There's 1. And 2. And this is the middle. So I'm going to start working my angle up. So just by pulling up on your base cord so you can guide it where you want it to sit. Now you'll notice that this cord, the one we used to go this way, it's used up more cord than the ones wrapping around. So we're going to do a little bit of a twist and make sure that this cord, the longer one, is the one coming back. So we're going to do that one more time. So we bring the cord back to this side, so we've got an equal number of 4 cords back on this side again. On this grouping of 4, I did bring the left gray over for my base cord. Because I want my gray to stay with the gray, I am going to bring this one back this way and start my double half hitches with the gray as my baseboard again, and we'll come back with the white. Now we're going to join all our open sections with one square knot, and we'll do that on all our open sections across the row. Now where we've joined our open sections together with one square knot, I'm going to take 3 of the white, I'm going to take 3 of the lavender. We're going to use 4 of them for our base cord, and we're going to use our 2 outer side cords to make a half knot spiral. We're going to start on the left, go over all 4 middle cords, and make like you would make the first part of a square knot. Normally you'd come back with the right, but we're going to stay on the left. Left again. And by choosing a different color on your outsides, we're now creating a striped half knot spiral. Now in the middle section, I'm going to start to make a larger filled-in diamond in this area here. So find your 4 middle cords. There should be 2 gray and then 2 gray there, so that's your 4 middle. And make 2 square knots. Your first one won't be pulled very tight because you don't want to cinch your macrame in. So leave this looser. And make your 2 square knots. find a gray from your spiral and bring it into your grouping of 4 to make your next square knot. And for the other side, grab your white, you'll notice that we have 1 cord left over, 1 single cord, which is fine. And now we have our spiral here. We're going to separate our purples from our whites and bring the purple over together, our lavender purple, whatever you want to call it. And now we have 4 again. So we're going to now make a square knot with all 4 purples. Get up to the base of the spiral. Just going to do 1 for now just to secure it. And we're going to take these 3 and bring in 1 white. And now we'll make another square knot to secure this grouping of 4. I now have a grouping of 4 white and a grouping of 4 gray. I've got this spiral that's sitting higher, this one's sitting lower. So I'm going to form my spirals. So this one's just a little bit shorter and this one's a bit shorter. So I've got a line coming down. Now we have grouping of 4, 4, and 4. That gives us 3 sections to do 3 more spirals. So we gradually went up this way. Now we'll gradually just make them go a little bit down and longer to the outside. Start with my grouping of 4 lavenders. Look in your cords and you'll notice that some are shorter. Try to find your longest cord. And I know that might not be on the right side, but I'm going to sneak it behind. And then I'm going to make that my base cord to start my double half hitches. So here's my next cord. So again, up and around. And over, around, and through again. And just so we've got it nice and thick, I'm going to do that again. Over and around. And over and around. Find your next cord and repeat that. Finish my half hitches going this way. Now I'm going to bring my same purple back and use this as my base cord again and start coming back the other way. Over and through. And that's one. And two. And keep going. We're going to try to get this one right up tight to the other one so it sits right underneath. Now look for your longest cord again in this grouping. Here's my longest cord, and it says not the outside cord, but I'm going to just sneak it to the back and make it my left cord. So this will be my base cord for doing my double half hitches again. So I'll start with this one. It'll be down through the hole. Wrap that one around. And again. And like the other ones, we're going to do it twice. Now we're going to bring our gray base cord back to the left again. Same as this side, trying to get it as tight as you can. So over again, in through. One more, that's the first one. And again, doing double. So we're going to do that one more time. And we're going to secure both of them together with one square knot. And directly under your spiral is where you're starting. Here's your gray section. Again, find your longest cord. We're not going to be joining these two sections together and these two sections together. So for now, we're just going to take the lavender and just pop them out of the way for a bit. And we're going to take two whites and the two lavenders on this side, and we're going to loosely do a square knot just to bring these two together. Not too tight because we don't want to pull on this, just enough to bring them together. And same for the other side. We'll take the lavender out of the way for a sec. And the two lavender and the two white, and another square knot. For the lavender cords that were here, I've decided I'm going to do some lark's heads, and this is the same knot as we did up above to attach our threads to the piece of doweling. And so I'm going to link this to here, and the other four from this side will come together. So I'll show you how to do this on this side. The first thing is I want you to just do one square knot. Now I'm going to get you to find your longest cord. Mine is on the left here. So what we're going to do is you're going to go over the cords and through the hole. Now we're going to go under the cord and through the hole. And that's going to form the loops here and the little knob on the bottom. So again, over and through, behind and through. Again, over, through, behind and through. So I did 11 lark's heads, and the one cord I'm working with is getting short. So I'm going to cheat again, and I'm going to bring my longest cord, which is this one. I'm going to tuck it to the back, and now I'm going to use this cord to do my wrapping. So I'm going to go over and through and under and through. I'm just going to tie one square knot to hold these together, and let's see what we've got. And as you know, I design as I go, so all of this I had no idea what I was going to come up with, and I'm just watching my patterns, watching my cord lengths, and see what I've got, see what I like. I might try something, and if I don't like it, then I'll take it out. So we've got a good pattern for you to follow. So now that's cutting off my last diamond shape. So I've decided I'm going to make it a bit longer, and this is what I do when I design. If you don't like something, you just take it out until it's right. If you find that one is a bit longer than the other, all these cords are just wrapped around your base cords, so you can just take them and cinch them up until you've got them both sitting at the same length. And on the left side, you can tell the middle is right here, right below. So I'm taking 2 lavender and 2 gray, and we're going to do 2 square knots. To change the design just slightly, that knot that we put in here, the 1 square knot, to join these 2 sections together, I just want to add 2 more cords to it. So it's easily just undone. And now we've got the 2 from here, 2 and 2. So I've got 6 cords all together. This is going to be our center cords, and we're going to use 2 and 2 to make a square knot. We have a section here which I will be unraveling at the end. We've got a gap here, which is great, and then we've got our section here which will hang down. So I'll just fix this side as well, and we'll undo this one and add the 2 more cords to it. And now, as we did here with the lark's head forming around the diamond, we will do the same around this diamond. So we're going to take our 4 cords Start with the square knot. Again, find your longest cord, which happens to be this one. I'm going to force it to the outside. And we've got one cord going over 3 cords. So over and through, under and through. And same as before, if you see yourself getting some short ends, find your longest cord again, sneak it in behind, and continue wrapping. So we're going to go over and through, under and through, and continue your lark's heads. And for this side, the same. Start with one square knot. Find your longest cord, which is this one, but this time you're going to bring it over to this side. And on this, if it's on this side, then your little ridge will be on that side. So now we're going to be going over this way. So over and under, over and under. And we have 4 whites left on the right side and the right side. So I'm just going to do a few square knots just to finish off the sides. So I did 5 square knots here. I'm going to do 4 more in the middle and on the end matching the same as the right.